Atlanta News Star 7 brings you local news. There was a bizarre incident on a remote dirt road outside of Atlanta that claimed the lives of a family of 5, including their grandmother, sometime during the day Saturday. The killer or killers is still at large and said to be driving a large Plymouth with Georgia plates, stolen apparently from the victims. Our team of investigators followed the path of this unlucky family and found they had stopped at The Tower, a barbecue restaurant outside of Timothy, Georgia. The proprietor, who calls himself Red Sammy, had this to say to News Star 7's Gary Filby. Gary?
The scene this weekend has been a sad one indeed. No trace remains of the lives of these 5 Atlantans who were out for a drive, apparently headed for the Florida border, but somehow, tragically, taken on a wild goose chase down a dusty track near a forest clearing. I stopped at the Tower and spoke with Red Sammy Butts to find out more about this mysterious multiple murder that ended 5 lives so tragically. Mr. Butts?
Please, call me Red Sammy. I remember him coming in that afternoon for a little lunch. The 2 kids jumped out of that car and scared the monkey that's chained to the tree out front. But they didn't mean no harm, I suppose. They took a table over by the jukebox and my wife took their order. They wasn't too nice to her, but that's just about what you can expect from city folks out here on joyrides.
Do you remember anybody in particular? Anybody stick out to you, Mr. Butts?
Please, call me Red Sammy. Well, I'll tell you, that old lady had a head that looked kind of like a head of cabbage. Not trying to be rude, but she seemed to be wearing some sort of handkerchief on her head. Looked kind of like them rabbit ears you have on top of your television set. She was talking about the misfit folks been saying has been running around in these parts. Is up to no good. Well, that lady told me all about the Bible and how to do good and all that, all in the space of about 1 minute. By golly, she was a talker. Sad thing what happened to him, though. Just goes to show you what I said. A good man is sure hard to find.
Indeed. Well, that's the scene here at the Tower. Thank you, Mr. Butts.
Thank you a lot, Mr. Filby.
Investigators are interviewing customers now, trying to find the clues that lead us to the whereabouts of the suspect, who may be the misfit, reported to have escaped from the federal penitentiary last week. Further coverage will follow as this grisly and sad story unfolds. Back to you, Rob.
Thank you, Gary. Now in sports news, the Atlanta Braves have swept the finals, soundly trouncing their arch rivals, the Florida Tar Wheels, in